Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of the Broadcast, where we give you bite-sized bits of best practices to help you be a better leader and a more effective communicator. I'm your host, Gerard Braud. So today we're going to talk about the coronavirus again, and particularly more and more people are complaining that they think everything is being blown out of proportion. Let me put your mind at ease. It doesn't matter what you think. What matters is what the reality is. And then what matters is, can you do anything about it? Can you mitigate what's happening? My tip for you today is ABC. Always be communicating. No matter where you work, communications is going to help things. First, you need to be communicating with your employees. Second, you need to be communicating with your customers. And third, communicate with any other partners and stakeholders that may be out there. When we look at the 5 steps of effective crisis communications, and we define a crisis as any event that can damage your revenue, reputation, and brand, coronavirus hits all 3 of those. How much damage happens depends on how your business is affected and whether or not you can control the effect on your business. So if ABC, always be communicating, becomes your rule, you can tell employees what to do on a daily basis. You can inform them of what risks are out there and how they can personally mitigate those risks. You can communicate on a daily basis with your customers and let them know what risks are associated with them engaging with your organization and how to mitigate those. If you are taking steps that are visual, say, for example, you're a travel company, a hotel, an airline, a cruise ship, communicate with visuals. Show them to what extent you're wiping down surfaces and to what extent you're cleaning. Caution though, if you show them this, make sure your employees are following every one of those steps, because nothing would be worse than you putting out a communication about how well prepared you are to mitigate the crisis than to have an employee not follow through on this. I'm associated in many ways with the meetings industry. I get hired to speak at conferences, and already I'm getting cancellation notices, as are many of my friends, because conferences are being canceled. But if a conference is going on, tell people what steps you're taking. Hand out wipes, hand out sanitizer, the alcohol-based Purell type products to people. If people want masks, give them to them. If people want rubber gloves, give them to them. If you need to tell people not to hug one another, kiss one another, not to exchange handshakes, tell them. Tell them how you want them to behave. Whatever your industry is, tell your audience how you want them to behave. Manage their expectations about any potential issues. When you manage expectations and when you communicate effectively, you're able to replace fear with facts. And ultimately, that's what good crisis communications is about, replacing fear with facts. For the Broadcast, I'm Gerard Braud.